Yeah, hero units are basically just interesting units, as far as I know, as far as they've revealed. Maybe Pedro will buy some hero units eventually, but they give you more options, they give you more tactics, and they're the sort of things you wouldn't see all the time, which is why they've got their own points cost. You see in the bottom right. Basically, they're the more rare units, or the more odd units, so you can't just buy like 8 Goliaths, but they do give you more tactical options, and certainly I'll be talking a lot more about them when Assault Squad actually comes out. Right now I don't know any of the hero units except the Goliath. That's literally the only one I knew existed, and that's the only one we've seen so far, so maybe we'll see some stuff. I'm not quite sure what that supply truck was up to. But now it's dead. Isn't that wonderful? Aren't we so happy for the supply truck? I hope we're happy for the supply truck. It's dead. And he apparently could not refuel his M19, so he does what any self-respecting person would do and abandons the vehicle, setting the dynamite to explode. That's what I think he did, although he's not moving his crewmen away, so maybe he just abandoned the vehicle. I guess he pushed the get out button. Alright, so there you go. Boom, 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 boom. Nebelwerfer 41. That is artillery. Also something you'll probably be familiar with if you played Company of Heroes. It's rocket artillery. And it's used to bombard stuff, but luckily they changed artillery in Assault Squad, make it slightly less powerful. It fires in volleys now, and then it takes longer to reload, is how I think it works. And so hopefully we won't see very many rockets for a while. And I'm not sure if he's messed with the resource settings or what, but I'm really liking the distribution of units we're seeing in this game. No giant heavy tanks rolling around, just a lot of infantry and light tanks, and the opponents actually bought some heavy tanks. Pedro hasn't, but that's been his choice. We saw some artillery, so certainly not a tank fest. And so, like I said, I don't know if that's the setting for this game or if it's something they changed in Assault Squad. I have a feeling it's a bit of both, but really liking it. And this is a 40mm M1 Bofors cannon. I think it's the same thing on the M19. Of course, this is just a firing platform that Pedro bought that he's towed into position, and he's really using it to great effect. I'm really liking the amount of direct control I'm seeing from him, just using it to shell enemy positions, not giving him any time to hold steady. The enemy is always under fire from Pedro, and Pedro has adopted a defensive position the entire game, but you notice he's not just sitting back and waiting for the opponent to come. He's shelling him constantly, never giving him a moment to breathe. So if you can't always be attacking, at least be aggressive in your defense, and when you have both points, certainly you want to be defending. And you see G43 scope is killing a lot of his conscripts in the upper left if you're watching the kill messages. Uh-oh, here comes a tank, better move your Bofors. The G43 scope, semi-automatic sniper rifle. Man, killing a lot of people. This opponent's not keeping his guys spread out. Nebelwerfer firing, look at that, fume, fume, fume. Actually, maybe he didn't see it. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, G43 scope, semi-automatic sniper rifle, one of the new weapons added in Assault Squad, presumably. I don't know, maybe you buy 2 types of snipers, or maybe it comes with some sort of squad, but looks like he's sneaking his soldiers forward to take out whatever that was, but this tank it's a Tiger. It's probably going to wipe him out before long. Yeah, you see already his M19 gun, his Bofors has been killed, and the Tiger's making these assault guys retreat. So there you go, it's a Tiger. Heavy tanks. See, they didn't get rid of heavy tanks. You don't have to worry if you like heavy tanks. There's just not a ton of them. Kaboom! Opponent not using the Tiger to full effect, but I guess he's scared of it getting knocked out, which, you know, whatever. Smoke grenades up, hopefully by Pedro. I wasn't really watching. I probably should have been paying attention, but yeah, now would be the time to assault with your Tiger, because the opponent has 75 points and you have 3, although the game timer is huge, 70 more minutes, so this is going to be won by points, not by time up. And we also have a Pack 38 defending the Tiger, so we'll have to see if the opponent can turn this into a effective assault. Pedro sneaking around, trying to get a grenade in on these guys. Those guys are wearing black armor, or black uniforms, I wonder who they are. Assault SMG infantry. No, that's who Pedro just lost. We'll see. I like this. I like what I see. And you see they also revamped the UI a little bit. We have little green triangles on top of people and little white circles under their thing. Looks like a Super Pershing was the only hero unit I read. I wonder what Super Pershing is. Presumably they existed, although I do have my doubts. I'm guessing it's just a Pershing with a really big gun, a lot of armor on it. Here's the artillery. Here's nothing. Now we're just watching. We're waiting. Pedro's waiting, because what else can you do when you have 2 points? You can attack the third, but there's a Tiger there, and honestly, I would wait for the Tiger to come to you. That's the safest way to deal with it. And it looks like this little icon pops up above the flag whenever Pedro gets in it. I'm not sure if that just means he owns it, or maybe you get like extra points if you keep people in the flag radius when you've captured it. I don't know. I don't know. No, it looks like that. Well, I don't know. Looks like that flag's got the icon too, so maybe the opponent's got people in the radius. I don't know. We'll have to wait until Assault Squad comes out. And there's a Panzer IV, so this makes Panzer IV number 3, and add that to the Tiger, which is a Panzer V. That's quite a few Panzers for the opponent, and he's barely used them to full effect. Looks like we have a very long range of these AT guns. I'm not sure if they bump that up for Assault Squad. That'd be interesting. But yeah, has not used his tanks to full effect, considering the heaviest thing Pedro's ever bought is an M19, which is paper-thin armor. The opponent has really had him outgunned the entire game and hasn't done anything with it. Instead, he's just driven straight into these AT guns. Opponent does not realize that infantry are the first and last line of assault for your tanks. If you don't have some way of taking out the AT guns with your tanks, you better take it out with infantry. This guy doesn't have a way to do it with anybody. So, not working at all for him. Too bad. So sad. We get to see new things happening. That's fun stuff. Yeah, I wonder what the purple shell means. Presumably it's some sort of armor-piercing shell, because that's what he's been killing with, so, I guess maybe they just changed the colors. And like I said, Pedro, always in direct control, always shelling the opponent, keeping him on his toes. If the opponent was not being shelled continually, maybe he would have time to mount some sort of effective assault, but Pedro is just keeping him on the back foot, always, keeping the pressure on, and keeping your opponent off balance is really what it takes to win. And here we see the Shermans and the Jumbo Shermans and the Pershings, and I don't know how he knew that Niebuhr was firing, but he managed to move his AT gun slightly and then immediately get killed because he didn't move it far enough. But here come tank crewmen. I'm glad they didn't get rid of tank crewmen. That would have obviated the need for my Worth Its Points Cost in tank crewmen series, which I hope to continue at some point. But you know, I don't know. Yeah, I'll keep making them. So here comes a vehicle, and he's repositioning his bazooka man to deal with it. We'll see what's coming. I didn't get a good look at it. Is that some sort of half-track? Or a Puma? It looks like a Puma. Hello, Puma. No, that's not a Puma. That's a Puma. Hello, Puma. That's a little stubby. I don't know. Good night. Whoa, did that just survive a bazooka shot? Very, very lucky. Very, very lucky. But, unfortunately, doesn't survive bazooka shot number 2. Decrews the light AT gun, but isn't able to take it out. Should have used its main gun and to try and blow that thing up. As it stands, the Puma didn't do anything. So this guy, clearly the worst player. Pedro is outplaying him, but I hope you have enjoyed this look at Assault Squad. Yeah, look, the assault infantry are like the basic sort of unit you buy, aside from conscripts. Nice job cooking that grenade. It lands right in the middle of them, and boom, explodes almost as soon. Foxsturm. Foxsturm. Those are conscripts, I think, basically, for the Germans, and this guy's just making a last-minute push. Not going to happen. I'm super excited about Assault Squad. I don't think it has a release date yet. If it does, I think it's sometime in 2000-something. If not, hopefully we'll all be not dead by the time it comes out. And, you know, I'm excited, not excited about the prospect of having to pay more money for Men of War, but I suppose they need to make their money somehow. Where they live, they're in, like, Ukraine or Russia or something. I don't know, what's the living cost like there? Probably not so bad. They want my money.